Hello, next new video. Today we're going to take a look at a team in 3100 rating here with a triple dark, which is kind of interesting. And also it's kind of interesting that you only really have one XL Pokemon in here. And also what is interesting is that this is a triple boost team. We're going to have the debuff chance on acid spray, as you can see here. We're going to see another Muk coming in, which is wild. Usually Muk is something I haven't really seen for ages. We're going to have the power punch on the Scrafty here, which is going to boost them up already. The opponent most likely going to acid spray you as well here right now, which they do. And you're going to have also the boost chance on the Obstacle one. On this, on two different moves, you're going to have the Night Slash, which has a double chance like to boost the attack there. 12.5% chance to get a 2-time stage attack boost, which is a very strong if that hits. And also you're going to have the move Obstruct, which guarantees a defense drop for the opponent and guarantees a defense increase of your own defense, which is nice. We see the Dragonite came back in here. They're going to actually, I think, let this move go through here, as this will not knock them out. They're going to swap, and we see the Ampharos coming in. That's going to be a close matchup. They're going to go straight for the Thunder Punch here, as you will be able to shield this move up. Go for the Obstruct here, and let's see if you can get a shield from this as well. That would be amazing for your future games, and then you will be able to get a shield there. As we see the Thunder Punch coming through here as well, not going to do too much damage, and yeah, you can just take them now, which is nice, and you can go for a Night Slash, hopefully knock them out there. Let's see. They're going to shield this move up. You can still get to another Night Slash, and this will allow you to win this game for sure. You're boosted with the defense, and you're boosted with the attack as well, allowing you to counter down the opponent's Dragonite. Super easy. Good game there. Next opponent also has a Muk. That's wild. Like, I haven't really seen Muks at all in the Open Ultra League like we have it here. But two basically on this team, on the team before, and on this one as well now against you. Always Muk is kind of wild. We see the Obstacle coming in. You can go for the Obstruct, I guess, to buff your defenses and do more damage with your counter, which might be interesting what you're going to do here as well. You should be able to take now around, I would say, 50% from the stat wave still. It's going to hurt still. Yeah, exactly. Puts you around 50%. You can go for another Obstruct here. Don't think they're going to shield this. There's no need from the opponent to do that. Okay, or you're just going to shield it. I'm happy with that as well. I think you can survive this one now because of the two defense buffs, exactly, which allows you to go for a Night Slash, which is way more scary than the Obstruct prior, and will get you a lot of damage on the opponent, and you can nearly even farm them down. Gonna go into the Scrafty, but this allows you now, actually, if you're going to be able to maybe farm them down. Okay, you're going to be able to farm down there, but you have to shield once. They actually still have the other Muk, never mind. But you will be able to at least maybe ramp up your attack now, depending on what they have in the bag. We see a Trevenant in the back. It's actually an awkward matchup, especially as they catch the move with a Muk here. You're going to undercharge actually to get more energy here with your Scrafty, as the opponent was dry, I thought. I think that's going to be Dark Pulse, right? Yeah, it's going to be a Dark Pulse as expected. Sadly, you shield there, but you can still go ahead and go for one charge move here. Going to force you to swap out, and you have so much energy stored on the Muk. Forgot about that one. We see the Acid Spray coming through. You're gonna get the shield. You go for another Acid Spray, which is a little bit wild, as you still would have been able to survive Shadow Ball even, I think. But maybe not from still from this range, you easily survive a Shadow Ball. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, you're going to go for the double debuff here. Also, if you're wondering why this is currently dark, I have no idea either. Some of the games I cut most of them out, but like I didn't have enough footage to cut all of them out. It had all of a sudden like a little bit of a darker tone to it. I don't know why. That is not on my side. This was the battles that I sent to, but this is basically what I tried to cut out. I have actually no idea how you went with that. I didn't look at the battles at all. I just looked if they were darker like this, because I was like, okay, well, that's kind of weird. And most of them are out of here, but like not all of them, I guess. This is going to be a tough one. I don't think there's a way for you to win this, right? They have a 2-shield advantage here right now. Yes, you have still your poison type theoretically available, and you can get the buffs here, which will allow you to even survive a Moonblast very likely. But I don't really see how you try to win this game here, as the opponent has 2 shields and there's still a Registeel, which is way too strong here anyway. We see the move coming through, going to be the Moonblast. Yes, you survive it. You have to swap out here. You're going to go for the Acid Spray as well, which is wild. Immediately, which is going to force a shield, which is good for you. They're going to go into the Registeel. You can go for another Acid Spray, I guess. You don't even get there, sadly. Acid Spray would have really helped you here. I think at this point this game is over. You can go into the Scrafty. Scrafty will survive one Focus Burst from the opponent. You can Power Punch as well, which will allow you to buff up your attack. Or you actually like the lag that I also always have in my videos, where it just freezes a little bit and like lets you not get to the moves anymore, like not click the bubbles anymore. It's so annoying. But you're actually gonna go for the Foul Play, which Doesn't really change anything for the fact that you're going to go down here from this type of Finny. You still try to catch the move. Smart decision, but even then, even if you caught the move, it doesn't matter anyway, because there's still had a shield left and they're going to go for all Moonblast. Winning this game, good game there. We have some more brighter gameplay. We have actually someone with a, wow, with a Shadow Registeel fully XL already for the Ultra League. This is a wild. I wish that someone sent me some battles with that, not gonna lie, but wild to have that. I'm not going to power up mine at all. I'm not going to get a second one either, even though I had still a radar. Like, this was also something where people thought I would spoof or some nonsense when I featured the Registeel, because I basically got it immediately at midnight. If you didn't know, I saw some comments below and were like wondering about it. The if you still have a Rocket Raider, which I always have just because I can then showcase the Pokemon earlier, already at midnight usually those events start, not like 10 AM, 11 AM, whatever, like normal events start. And some people were confused that you can get Giovanni already at midnight. You can only get them from the balloons, like normal Giovanni, and like the leaders are not available at stops at all past, like, I don't know, 20, like 8 PM or something, or 9 PM till then in the morning. But this doesn't count for the balloons, so like if you have a Rocket Raider equipped already before the time basically goes to the next day, you will get then the new leader as well for the new day, which is kind of nice. So just for you, if you ever want to get the Shadow Pokemon early, I always have one radar stored. Maybe I get another one if we get them in the research for the upcoming Horn Tour, I have no idea. But here we see a pretty horrible matchup for you though, because the opponent's still going to have the Mana Bus here. They're going to go for Aerial Ace. They actually can take two. That's kind of wild. I didn't think that you could take two here, but the second one coming through, you can still take that. You can go for a Power Punch. Maybe you can still actually win this. Let's see. We see more Power Punch damage coming through. They're going to shield this move up. You're still going to get to another one, I think, in time. And this should knock them out, right? You're plus 3 Power Punch now. It's going to knock them out. They still have the Registeel. They're gonna go down to the Scrafty. Scrafty doesn't care. Scrafty just wants to sweep here today. We see the Deoxys against you here, which is a pretty decent matchup. That's basically the matchup where you want to see it. Or when you have like energy with the backline as well, it's fine. You have Triple Dark, but this sadly this Psychic type has access to the move counter, which is of course super effective against most Dark types. Other than the Muk, because Muk is a little bit special with the part poison typing here, allowing it to at least get only neutral damage from it. And you will be able to force a shield from the opponent, which is nice, as you are not investing a shield from your side, which is interesting. You're going to let them farm you down. You don't get to another move, sadly, that's kind of bad. But you can farm them down here, like, you don't have to care about this. It's Psycho Boost plus Rock Slide. They are not doing damage against you anyway. And this will not do anything at all. It's going to be resisted and double debuffed, so it's a pretty decent matchup for you, as we see the Scrafty from the opponent coming in. It's very important that they can go for the Power Punch now immediately and get the attack boost before them. Also letting this move go through is kind of interesting. You're completely relying, I guess, on your own obstacle in there, as you can go for another move. This kind of forces them to let this move go through as well, and you can get more damage on them. You still have to shield one move up here for sure. You're actually going to let this move go through? Yes, it's a Power Punch. Okay, it actually did less than I thought, never mind. And we see the best Pokemon possible basically in the back there. Shadow Snorlax is definitely one of the better Pokemon that you can face here in the end, as you can go ahead and go for the Obstruct. Just shield-wise, just don't care at all what they want to throw at you. And go for 2 Night Slash here as well, which will be able to knock them out for sure, as they're going to shield the move up as well, but the next Night Slash will seal the deal there. Very well played. Of course, very lucky that they had a Snorlax in the back. That's not something that you usually see too often, but also actually, I don't know when you see this video, but there's a team that I definitely showcase as well where Shadow Snorlax is part of it. Might be after this one, might be before this one. I have to pre-produce right now because I'm away for 4 days basically during the weekend. So yeah, that's basically why I don't know when stuff is coming out yet, but I will see when I have everything done pre-produced there, as we will see here. Pre-recorded basically. We will see the Nidoqueen coming in, as this is a move that you can still take, most likely. No, never mind. Oh, never mind. What? You still survive the Earth Power thanks to the defense boost? I didn't expect that one. Allowing you to also do more damage against them here right now. Allowing you to also maybe farm them down, but you're going to let this move go through as well. That's so wild. It's going to be another Earth Power. You can still survive it, but we see the Swampert coming in. I guess you have to keep everything for the Scrafty now, as Scrafty is your main damage source, as you will be able to go ahead and go for the Power Punch, trying to buff your attack already. I think the Nidoqueen is in farm down range after a lot of Power Punch damage coming through there already. You're going to let the move go through from the Swampert, as you have to let one move go through anyway. As you can now go ahead and go for the full farm down, I guess. It's a little bit risky. I don't know if I would have done that. I think they were in the range where one power punch would have done enough damage to put them into range where you don't have to shield twice. But we will see now here the Pidgeot coming in. It looks like a loss to me at least. Unless they're going to shield this move up, which they don't. You're going to go ahead and go for a power punch. Oh no, this is so I always have those situations as well. It's so discouraging as you see that the opponent just goes ahead and catches the move perfectly. They can just now farm up, go for 2 moves here, and they will be fine winning this game. There's nothing that you can do at this point anymore. But still a good game there, as we will be able to go ahead and go for the next game afterwards. Very unfortunate that they were able to catch the move there. It happens to me all the time as well. It's always so it's so annoying. We see a darker background again. That's kind of wild. We will be able to go ahead and go into the obstacle as we face a horrible lead there with the Alolan Muk in the lead. This is actually an interesting matchup. If you hit the obstruct pretty early, you're kind of fine. Why do they go ahead and go into a Lapras? This doesn't make any sense at all. You can just boost up. I would go for another obstruct, I guess. Or maybe not. At this point I don't think anymore, because they got to the surf in time that earlier. Exactly, you go for the Night Slash and you should be able to go ahead and hopefully get some good damage. You get the boost, that's amazing. You can go for another charge move now. This will allow you to knock them out, otherwise there was no chance for that. And it's just like a boost team anyway. We have like so many boost moves, and we see a Giratina coming in, which is a very weird play by the opponent. You will be able to just go ahead and go for the Night Slash. They're going to let this move go through. Like, what are they trying to do here? I have no idea. You will be able to take this Dragon Claw, and you can go ahead and go into your Scrafty again against the Swampert, which allows you now to basically have the best matchup aligned. You're going to let the first move go through, which is wise, as you can just go ahead and go for Power Punch the entire time. Farm them the Swampert, and even if you go out of here with a shield disadvantage, which is very likely the case, you just have to... Oh, you're actually going to no shield this as well. This can be a little bit tricky. If they go for the Earthquake there, you would have been kind of toast, but like this, you will be able to just shield this move up. Should have thrown earlier, of course, but this is going to be a very decent one, as you will be able to now undercharge. They're going to even go ahead and keep their Swampert alive. You can actually... I guess you could just go straight Dark Pulse here, not gonna lie. I wouldn't really want to risk anything here. Dark Pulse should be the best solid play that you can do here. Dark Pulse coming through as well. Do they go into no shield? They're going to shield this move up. It's still going to be a little bit close though. If they catch the move on the Swampert again, it might be a little bit tough for you to win this game, but we see the Dragon Claws coming through, not doing too much damage. You can take another one here, but it's going to be a difficult one. If they want to catch here, this would be the time, but we will see now the Dark Bolts coming through, going to get the shield again. Do you want to catch maybe? You don't want to catch, you want to shield this move up. They're most likely going to go to the Swampert now after this one. And you predicted the Swampert swap, which is interesting. You didn't go for the Power Punch, which might be already enough to knock them out. We have to see here. Power Punch coming through, and it's not enough. They're going to... Actually, the time is ticking down as well, which is wild. Dragon Claw coming through, and we see still the Acid Spray to finish off this Giratina. Last second there. That was a close one, but also till like time went down. Final game, I think here, most likely we're going to see the Muk into a very good lead for you, but not a really good save swap for you. The Como-O here is a Pokemon that you don't really want to face too much with this team, but you're still going to have a pretty okay matchup with the lead. You can stay in here because you know that against the lead that you just saw, you have still a very good backline for it, but you're actually going to catch the move here, which is also kind of smart, as you will be able to... I would just actually farm them all the way down, just shield once, or just throw this. I don't think they've survived it, so I guess it's fine. Yeah, you will be able to just knock them out like this, and we see a Giratina coming in. I guess they were not prepared for all the dark types you have today. You can take one move. This is the only move that you can take anyway. You wouldn't have been able to take the move, I think, after shield there anyway, so it's fine to do it like this. They're going to shield up the move as well, as you can go ahead and not get to another move. You will be able to go for one more charge move with your Muk most likely. But actually, yeah, you still survive that. Actually, interesting that Dragon Breath doesn't KO there, because usually they would KO. They're going to let this move go through, and now it's all on the Obstagoon, but I feel like this Obstagoon will have enough health and enough firepower to knock out this Giratina soon. We see the shields not coming up here, actually. Dragon Claw seems to be not doing too much damage, as they're going to try to catch on the Trevenant, which works out pretty well for them, but I don't know really what they want to do here. If I was you, I would go up to at least 9 moves here, but I guess you're gonna go for the Obstruct. That's actually smarter, because one wouldn't have knocked them out anyway. Like this, you will allow yourself to get the defense boost, which allows you to take a Dragon Claw later on a little bit easier, but you have to take 2 Seed Bombs here in return for that. But you can overfarm a little bit. This should be a pretty decent game there to win this game at the end. They're very weak against Dark types as well, but yeah, this is going to be it for this video. Very cool showcase there for the triple dark team, triple debuff or buff team as well here in the Open Ultra League at 3100 rating. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.